Hi everyone, my name is Keith Brooks and this is Brooks Channel. And for today's video, I'm going to be showing you the batch of drawings I've made for August of 2026. It'll be 10 like always, and ranging from random characters and creatures to abstract pictures. So without further ado, let's open up a sketchbook and see what I've made. First we have one of my random characters. Got us a 3D rectangle man, looking angry at someone, shaking his fist, like he's saying, "You dang kids, get off my lawn!" Or something like that. His other arm came out a little weird. But other than that, I think he turned out pretty good. Yeah, it's got some 3D rectangles for legs too. No feet though, so it's kind of hard for him to walk. Now, as for the colors, we got some regular red for his body, and then the front sides of his legs. Then we got some red-orange for the inside of his mouth, then both his arms, and the side parts of his legs. Then we got some white for his eyes. Yeah. And then the little slit pupils are just the pencil part. Yeah. Yeah, he just wants people to give him some peace or something. Yeah. Alright, let's move on to picture number 2. Next we have another strange creature. I'm not sure what it would be, but he's definitely happy about something. Yeah, just smiling, standing there. Got 2 different eyes looking 2 different spots. Yeah. Now, as for the colors, we got some purple for this spot right here up top. Then some green-blue for his eyes. I forgot to add the body, but I believe it was navy blue. No, wait, it was green-blue right here. I didn't forget. Yeah, my brain just went a little... Then we got some black for the outer parts of his eyes. And some green for his mouth. Yeah. Sorry about that little moment of confusion. But yeah, this is just a nice, simple character. I think he turned out good. Anyway, let's move on to drawing number 3. Next we have our first abstract picture. Yeah, not sure what it would be, but it's got a little S right here in the middle. Yeah, surrounded by these other 2 weird shapes. Now, we only got 3 colors for this one. We got orchid for the little S in the middle, or big S. Then some more green-blue for the top part. Then, I forgot to add that, but I believe it's tan. That's for the bottom one right here. Getting a little sloppy with these labels lately. I also forgot to sign this one. Do that real quick before I forget again. There. Alright. Fixed my mistake there. Do this too. There. Alright. Now that's corrected, let's move on to picture number 4. Next we have what's supposed to be a big hammer. Maybe like a war hammer or something. Yeah, bash someone's head in with that. Bam! Yeah. Definitely not going to give Thor's hammer a run for his money, though, but should still get the job done. Now, there's only 2 colors for this one, probably the simplest picture of this batch. First, we got some Harvest Gold for the hammer part itself. Then some mauve for the handle, right here. Yeah, I don't think that's a combination I've used together before, at least not like this. But I think they look good together. Yeah, this might be the simplest picture out of the whole batch. Yeah, sometimes that's a good thing. Okay, we're gonna move on to picture number 5 now. But I must warn you, this may leave you paralyzed. Because I've drawn a creature so terrifying that just looking at it can put people into a coma. Here it is. Behold, the Mexican staring frog of southern Sri Lanka. Straight from the wilds of South Park, Colorado. It's from the show. Yeah. Yeah, it's just a made-up little frog that said to paralyze people that look directly into its eyes. But it's just a simple picture. Yeah, I don't know if looking at it, just a picture of it could actually cause it, but yeah, just fictional. Anyway, for colors, we got some green for his body, then some black for his pupils, which are currently censored. Then we got some pine green for his legs, his feet, and his mouth. We got some white for his eyes, too. The outer parts. Also some black for the middle part of his mouth. Yeah. Yeah. I think this might have been... I think this might be my favorite of them for this batch. It's the first time I've ever drawn this one. And I think it turned out pretty good. Anyway, let's move on to number 6. Oh, crap. I accidentally moved off the sensor. Quick, before we're paralyzed. Move to number 6. Whew, close one. Anyway, what I have here is basically some... I don't even know what you call this. Some kind of weird gun. Definitely doesn't look like a very effective weapon. I don't even know what this would be for. Maybe to hold the ammunition? Yeah. Anyway, for the colors, we got some dark brown for the main part itself. And we got some black for would be the trigger. Light brown for, well, this part here. Not sure why I did that. Should just be white, because there'd be nothing there. Then finally we got some frappe for this little ammo thing. Yeah, this might be the worst designed gun of all time. Yeah. Definitely not going to be scaring anyone off with this. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on to number 7. Here we have another abstract picture. Just a bunch of weird lines together. Yeah, not even sure what you'd call this. Then again, I could say that about a lot of my abstract pictures. Now, as for the colors, we got 3 again. For the top part here, we have aqua green. Kind of had a little misspelling here. I didn't have an eraser at the time. It was a little sloppy this round. But for the bottom part here, we got some jade green. And then some lime green for the middle. Yeah, went for a green theme with this one. Yeah. Not really a whole lot to say about this one. Yeah, it's probably the second simplest picture in this batch. Okay, so anyway, let's move on to picture number 8. Over here we have another random character. Just a disembodied head with 2 floating hands. Yeah, he's looking scared about something. He's like, "Don't shoot. That weapon looks dangerous. I don't care if it looks like the worst looking gun ever. I don't want to be shot." Yeah. Yeah, kind of made a little mess up with his last 2 fingers here. The ring and the pinky. They look exactly the same. This one turned out a little better, though. It's got this big nose right here. Anyway, for colors, we have mauve for the inside of his mouth right here. Then we got some orchid for his hands. Got some purple for his head. Forgot to put that one down too. Then this time I switched it up a little and went with dark brown instead of black to highlight his eyes, eyebrows, and nose. Yeah, wanted to try something a little different this time. I think it's a subtle difference, if not similar. Alright, let's move on to picture number 9. It's got 2 more to go. Alright, here we have yet another abstract picture. As usual, it's a bunch of random shapes meshed together, each one a different color. Kind of my specialty at this point. Now for the colors, we got some orange for this one triangle at the bottom. Then we got some blue for the one here, between the middle and the top. Then we got some green for this square at the bottom left. Then in the center part, the big triangle, we got mauve again. Then we got some bronze yellow for the bottom part in the middle. Then after that, we got some regular red up here on the top left. Well, between top and middle. Then we got some black for the top right here. Then beneath that, we got some yellow, regular yellow. And then, at the top middle, we got some brown. Yeah, pretty standard for my artwork. Turned out okay to me. And with that, let's get on to the final picture for this batch. Here we have another disembodied head. This one looking a little more happy. Something good happened to him. Yeah. He's got 2 buck teeth right here. Yeah, can't really tell they're buck teeth because his mouth's wide open. But when they're closed, they be showing up. Little triangle nose here. Anyway, for the colors, we got some pink for his pupils and the inside of his mouth. Then we got some orange for his head. We got some golden yellow for his ears and his nose. And then some yellow-orange for the outer parts of his eyes and for his 2 teeth. Yeah, just a simple one to end us off with on this one. Yeah, he's alright. Just a happy little guy. Kinda looks like some kind of rodent creature. Yeah, that's all for this batch. Yeah, some pretty simple ones this time. I think my take on the Mexican staring frog was probably my favorite one for this batch. Sorry if that little bit about his eyes and paralyzing us was a little cringe. Just going along with the bits from the episode. But yeah, that'll do it for this month's artwork. Maybe I'll make something else and share it with you all. Who knows? But for now, I hope you enjoyed what I made for this point. Hope to look forward to next time. And now I'm so safe, so I'm just getting the video here. And as always, please let me know your thoughts about this war in the comments. And with that, I will see you all in the next video. Bye.